Alrighty. Good morning, everybody. It's Leo Robles here. Super excited to bring you another weekly Power Up and Market Update. It is November 16th, 2020. The month is halfway over. We're about to be in December. We're going to go to Christmas break. Man, what a interesting year. Just wanted to acknowledge that I have a new logo here. So if you noticed it, it's pretty nice. Exp Realty has a new logo. And just if you're curious, the old logo still is okay to use, right? Just in case you are part of the company, don't be, I would say like an urgency to get the new logos. Any signs that you have, anything you have with the old logo that still applies, this new logo, moving forward, just make sure that you use it on all your new marketing and branding material. I actually love it. I love the logo. It's very clean, very sleek. There's black, white, and then there's also the color one. So if you have any questions about that, or if you want the logos, send me over an email or a text, and I'll make sure to send you over the logos. That way you can upload all your marketing material. So the intention is to empower you to be inspired and resourceful to be the greatest benefit to everyone, right? When we're educated, when we're aware, when we know, then we're able to make the right move. So that's the intention of this meeting. And I'm very grateful for you to be here with me today because it's always my intention. I mean, the only reason why I do this is because I want to bring value to you. So I'm open to feedback. So just in case you have any topic that you want me to cover, it could be anything, right? It could be mindset, it could be relationships, it could be business, it could be anything that you have in mind that you would like me to discuss. I'll do my best to bring up that subject. Send me over a text or an email, and I'll make sure to include it in the upcoming weekly market update. So the topic that I wanted to talk about today was dream bigger again, right? And dream big, right? I have it everywhere. I'm always talking about dreaming big, dreaming big, dreaming big. And dreaming big obviously is one part of the equation, right? You got to work hard as well. So I'm a firm believer that you got to dream big and you got to work hard and you got to dream bigger and you got to even work smarter, right? So it's all about, having that balance between both poles, right? Dreaming bigger and then taking bigger actions, dreaming bigger, taking bigger actions, dreaming bigger and taking bigger actions. So my challenge to you is to dream bigger again, especially because we're heading into the end of the year, and my intention is that we level up, right? We're going to end this year, and every year we got to make it greater, right? Because we can't just do what we did last year or what we did this year, right? We cannot say, hey, you know what? Let's just repeat 2020. Let's not do that. Let's not repeat 2020, even though 2020 was a great year overall. Thank God, I'm healthy. A lot of my friends and family are healthy. A lot of people that I know are making it. Their business have actually grown. So, the one thing that we learned about this whole thing is like definitely health is such an amazing asset to have, right? So make sure you're taking care of your health because that's going to give you the energy and the well-being to be able to do everything else you want. So having the premise of you taking care of your health, now going into the mindset, like, let me go ahead and dream bigger. I want you to dream bigger from the context that anything is possible, because when you're a kid, you dream big and you have no limitations and you don't care what anybody says. And it usually gets to the point, though, where you start to figure out and listen to the opinions of other people, and then you start to take your vision back, right? I know at one point I played basketball every single day, and I watched Kobe Bryant every single day, and I watched Shaq, and I watched the Lakers at KCal9. I used to watch them every day, and I used to play basketball 3 times a day. And I said, you know what? One day I'm going to be a basketball player, and I used to dream big like that. I didn't know if it was going to be possible, but it gets to the point where you got people around you. They're going to say like, oh yeah, that sounds crazy. That sounds stupid. Like, what do you mean you're going to do that? It's like impossible. Right? So those are the people that don't understand your passion, right? They don't understand your work ethic. And what I will tell you this though, people are going to always doubt you no matter what you do, right? No matter if you're doing a great thing or a bad thing, whatever it is, people were going to be doubting you consistently because it's not their dream to begin with, right? It's hard enough to keep your own dream alive. So taking the comments of some of the people and deviating your vision then that just means that you weren't that, you weren't that passionate about your vision. Because I will tell you this, I did a lot of things growing up, and I didn't do a lot of things growing up because I listened to people around me. And I think back and I say like, oh yeah, it's because of the people around me. But again, I wasn't passionate enough, because whenever I was passionate about something, I made it happen. I didn't give a damn about what anybody said, right? Or my parents didn't let me do this or didn't let me do that. That's a great excuse, but I could have actually done it. Yes, if I had better conditions, I could have elevated my game in certain areas of my life, maybe in sports, but I didn't, right? I wasn't that passionate as I said I was. And I allowed fear, because I didn't know how to manage my emotions at that age, to dominate, right? Like, I remember I wanted to play basketball, baseball. I wanted to play every single sport. My family wasn't really supportive of me playing sports. So therefore, I didn't play any sort of sports throughout, high school. So what I did is that I ended up finding the gym, and I ended up finding weights, and I bought a couple of dumbbells, and I just became obsessed about working out. So I was working out at home. I was working out at the at the school. I was working out every single day, and that became my obsession. But I had tapped into basketball. I had tapped into baseball. I had tapped into wrestling. But I would start, and then I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't fulfill it, because like my dad and my mom's like, oh no, my mom's like, you know what, you're gonna go wrestle, you're gonna probably get ringworm, and you're gonna get all this stuff. I'm like, oh, you know what, maybe you're right. Boom, I didn't do that. Or baseball, I ended up playing baseball. I knocked the home run, and then I remember my parents was like, I ended up walking home, but I was really, really young. And then my parents were like, hey, why did you walk home? They were all worried. My dad was like, you know what, you're never doing that again. And I remember like just having like a little mini war at the house. And I just said, you know what, I'm not going to do baseball. I'm not going to do that anymore. So I ended up quitting like at every single sport. The only thing I didn't quit on was lifting weights. When I discovered weights right around 16, that became my obsession. I was working out every single day, but because I was passionate, my mom and my dad didn't have to tell me anything. I was just like extremely passionate about. In the beginning, to be honest though, I was extremely passionate about looking good, because I wanted to attract the girls, right? I was like, yeah, you know what? I want to look as best as I can, because I know if I look better, I'm going to get more attention, right? So we do it for those kind of reasons. But that's basically like, I just wanted to share that side note. But just look, the point I'm trying to make here is to dream big and stop worrying about people who are going to think. And if you're not dreaming as big as you wish you would, or let's just say you're not dreaming as big as you were in the past, it's probably because you're not passionate. So I want to encourage you to find your passion and what you're actually passionate about. A lot of you are in real estate. They're listening to this conversation. So are you actually passionate about business? Are you actually passionate about growing your business? Are you actually passionate about serving families? Are you actually passionate about helping somebody buy a house? Are you actually passionate about helping somebody sell a house? What are you passionate about, right? That's the question, right? And then from there, dream as big as you want, right? If you're going to be a real estate, you're like, you know what? I'm going to be selling multi-million-dollar properties. I'm going to be flying in a private jet. I'm going to own an island. I'm going to be traveling every single month. Why not, right? That's how big I dream. I want to have the best of the best of the best lifestyle. I want to be constantly traveling. I want to be surrounded with the best people. I want to eat foods around the world. I want to be able to say, you know what, on Friday, I'm going to be in New York. And then next Friday, I'm going to be in Chicago. I'm going to be in Florida. I want to travel all around the world and network with high-minded people, and just eat some bomb food, right? And enjoy life, and go visit all the pyramids all around the world. So I'm asking you to take the brakes off your dreaming, because what happens when you take the brakes off your dreams? Then you like dream bigger, 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 bigger. You get inspired. That helps you to wake up out of bed in the morning, because you have a possibility that excites you. So if you're not excited about waking up in the morning, it's probably because you don't have an exciting enough vision. You probably don't have an exciting enough vision. So I encourage you to really craft out the greatest, most amazing dream you could conjure up, and then write it down and go to bed, and let's see how early you wake up the next morning, right? Because I'm pretty sure if you authored the dream and you did it with no limits, and you actually believed that you were going to do it because you're so passionate about it, it's going to jolt you out of bed. right? So thank you for listening to this conversation. I truly appreciate it. I'm going to go ahead and go into the numbers. So this is the weekly market update. This is what happened in our 5 counties. I measured LA, Riverside, San Bernardino, Orange County, and San Diego. You know what happened in real estate in 1 week, 7 days, right? It's not about, this is why I show you guys this week, this numbers every single week, because I think a lot of people live in like excuses, like, you know what? The market's slow. There's not enough business, not enough buyers buying properties. There are not enough homes on the market. Well, the fact of the matter is that there's plenty of active inventory, there's plenty of homes in escrow, and there's plenty of sales. And I'm measuring in 1 week just so I could blow up your mind, just so you're like, oh my God, like I can't, I don't want you to ever use the market as an excuse why you're not doing what you want to do, right? Active listings in LA, you got over 10,000 homes to sell. Orange County, you got 3,800 homes to sell. In San Bernardino, you got 2,500. In Riverside County, you got 4,200 homes active. In escrow, we got over 9,000 in LA, over 4,500 in San Bernardino, 3,900 in Orange County, and 5,800 in Riverside. What's sold in 1 week? 1,196 homes in LA, 468 in San Bernardino, 626 in Orange County, and 683 in Riverside. Volume, 1.2 billion in LA, 651 in Orange County, and this is million, by the way, 211 million in San Bernardino, and 357 million in Riverside. I don't know about you, that's a lot of real estate, guys. Look at this, San Diego, 3,700 homes active, 4,900 in escrow, 573 homes sold in 1 week, and $485 million in volume. So what does that total up to in 1 week? $2.9 billion in sales, almost $3 billion in sales. 3,546 homes sold in 7 days. In November, in 2020, during the pandemic, we got over 28,000 homes available, and we got over 29,000 in escrow. And the average days on the market, and this is a big one, 24 days on the market, right? Look at San Diego. You put a house on the market, 17 days, average days on the market. Everywhere you put a home right now, you price it correctly, you will sell it, right? You don't need to be a genius to get a home sold in this market. You put it on the market, buyers are lining up out the door. So if you're thinking of selling, get off the fence, my friend, because it's not going to be like this forever. So expires, what happened in the expired territory? So we got 426 homes that expired off the market last week. So even though I just shared with you that amazing data, there's still 426 homeowners that expired off market, that did not sell their home. What does that mean to you as an agent? Well, reach out to these guys, talk to them about the market conditions, because it may be that they were a little off on their pricing strategy. Maybe they were misinformed, or maybe they were unrealistic, but maybe at this point, now they're more realistic and now they really want to get their home sold. Reach out to them, help them, because 426 homeowners, I could bet you can find at least one that you could serve, you can put their home on the market. So foreclosures, I did the 5 counties. San Diego County, we got 300 in pre-foreclosure, so the numbers are down. Riverside County, we got 364 homes. San Bernardino, 293. LA, 1,090 homes. And Orange County, we got 340 homes. So all the numbers are down across all 5 counties. Properties that sold at auction, pretty much the same numbers as last month. You could see it on the screen. And the numbers that are scheduled to sell at auction, all the numbers are down. It started really high at the beginning of the month, and look, we only have 59 homes that are scheduled to still sell in San Diego, 70 in Riverside County, 57 in San Bernardino. LA, we got 338, and Orange County, we got 56 homes. So what does this mean? Well, this means there's not a lot of foreclosures, so that's good news. That means the market's not coming down, at least with foreclosures. But that also means that a lot of owners are in pre-foreclosure still. That means that they need your help, they need your guidance, they need your leadership. So reach out to these homeowners and come from a place of contribution and see how you can help them. Because many of them are in a financial trouble, but they also have equity. Most of them have equity because a lot of people, the market's up right now. So most people have equity. So reach out to them, help them to get the property on the market and get a buyer so that way they can secure their equity, or help them to work with their bank. Whatever you do with these individuals, they're going to become lifelong customers because you become from a place of contribution and you serve them and you take your agenda out of the way. And that means that you're going to get a paycheck eventually, and that family is going to be changed. Their life is going to be changed forever because you took your time to do that, right? So that's the update on foreclosures. So now we're going to go into Exp Numbers. Our stock is a little bit low. It's actually it's $3 lower than last week. We're at $46. So we're at $43.60 a share. So we're down by 3, and we're almost at 5,000. 4,947 agents in California. So another 53 agents, and we hit 5,000. So excited about that. We got over 38,000 agents nationwide. This is big, guys, big. I think we're going to end the year at over 43,000 agents. So make sure that you tune in and you're just aware of what's going on. We're also just opening up in Mexico by the end of this month. So that's going to be a big market. That's also going to have a lot of opportunity. So if you're part of EXP, get plugged in. Honestly, if you got somebody in Mexico, get them plugged in. This is going to be a massive opportunity. Interest rates are anywhere from 2.5% to 3.5% right now. Obviously, depending on the credit, depending on the type of program. Make sure you check with your favorite lender, or check with a couple. See who can give you the best rate for your customers. But this is one of the other predicators of why the market is moving at what it's moving, right? It's moving fast because the interest rates are low. The cost of money is cheap right now. So if you want to get on my calendar, text calendar to 949-799-4885. That way you can get some time with me. Maybe you want to do a coaching session. Maybe you have an agent you want me to speak to. Use my calendar, use that number, text it, and you'll get it. You get it on your phone. So the upcoming events. So we have Flow Mondays at 10 a.m. Super powerful way to start your week. I always do it myself. It gives me the ability to slow down, connect with my higher self, get myself into a higher state of consciousness. Then that transmits to the rest of my week. So we got that going on at 10. Role play sessions from 8:30 to 9:15, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday in Anaheim. And we're also doing 10 to 12 sales trainings, and very powerful. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We're doing a KV Core Mastermind at 11 on Wednesday. We're also doing an agent attraction class on Thursday at 12. And we also have some call nights, right? So if you want to come in and perfect your skills, listen to objections and how to handle those objections, call night from 5 to 8 p.m. Tuesday, Wednesday. It's going to be super awesome. And also, if you have any agents that want to learn about EXP, make sure you send them over to the EXP introduction that I'm doing at 10 a.m. on Friday. It's going to be very powerful as well. I do that every single week. So if you're not inviting people to that webinar, you're missing out. What will you create this week from an open mind, from the bigger dream that you created for yourself? How many listings are you going to sign? How many open escrows? How many closings? How many agents are you going to attract? Make a specific number. You got to look at these things every single week, right? A lot of the stuff that I talk about in these meetings are the same every single week. Why are they the same? Well, success is repetitious, right? Most people want to have some way different thing every single week. But the fact of the matter is that repetition is the mother of skill, and repetition is going to lead you to your greatest return and the greatest success. Because when you repeat something over and over and over and over, you're going to get the result, right? For most of you, you want to grow your business. You want to grow your buyer business, your seller business. You want to grow your teams. So what do you need as an ingredient? Consistency. You need to do the same things over a sustained period of time. And then eventually, guess what? The results will show up. You're like, oh my God, I have all of these results. Why? Because your habits have taken you there. That's what happened. So who I am is the possibility of being courageous and intentional. I'm going to bring courage to the forefront this week, and I'm going to be intentional with my time, because I'm going to make some big phone calls this week. I'm going to create some big results. So I'm going to muster up the courage that I need to make these conversations, because it doesn't matter, at any level, it doesn't matter what level you're at. Courage is going to be a big thing. Confidence is going to be a big thing. So when you're confident, you can pick up the phone call and make those conversations that are going to give you the biggest results, right? So what are some conversations that you can have this week that will massively impact? Like, if it just came down to 2 conversations, what are 2 conversations you can have this week that will massively change the trajectory of your business, right? So get courageous. So your focus is to create your day. Make sure you plan it out, follow the plan, right? That's the second most important thing, right? First of all, create it. But second, are you actually following it? Keep yourself in an empowering state. Mindset, guys, mindset is a big deal, right? If you're not empowered, if you're not motivated, if you're not in a great space mentally, you're not going to want to do anything. So increase your conversations. Let's go big, right? Have integrity around your commitments. And this is the thing, right? A lot of people are kind of tapping out right now. They're like, you know what? I'm going to stop because, people are already going holiday mode. Well, guess what? If you stop, I'm going to keep working. There's a lot of people out there that continue to keep working. These people are going to plant their seeds. Even though they may not buy a house right now, those seeds will germinate and blossom big time January, February, March. Their first quarter and my first quarter are going to be amazing. Why? Because I have the pedal to the metal. I'm taking action right now. So if you want to slow down, understand that your first quarter is going to suck. It's not going to be what you want. You're not going to have the results. And then you're going to roll into the spring market and you're going like, oh my God, I'm getting into it. You just missed the first quarter. The first quarter is essential. It's the most important thing. And stop listening to the news, by the way. Whatever's happening outside, whatever's happening with the world, look, it's going to happen regardless of what you worry about or not. What you can control is who you speak to every single day, right? Because business is going to be done regardless of what's happening. Business is going to be done regardless of what's happening. People are going to move regardless of what's happening. And they're going to need a professional like yourself. But you got to be there for the opportunities. Do 2 or more social media posts. Have at least 30 conversations every day. Get into KV Core, guys. I mean, this is like something I'm talking about every single week. I see many of you are still not using KV Core. You guys got it on the house. Use it. Be empathetic. Come from a place of contribution. Exercise. Make your blood flow every single day. I am doing something that gets my blood flowing. And as a byproduct, my health is better. And as a byproduct, my mindset is better. Get out there and do something, seriously. And I know it's going to get cold and even more excuses are going to come. No, resist and get out there and make it happen. Meditate, do some meditation, clear your mind, slow it down. That way you can actually be aware of reality and you can discern reality from all of the monkey mind's noise, right? The survival mechanism. That's it for today, guys. Thank you for your time. Let's create an extraordinary week. And as always, let me know if I can be of service. Let me know how I can help. All right.